Zillow continues to outperform the residential real estate industry. They reported their numbers yesterday, and it came in higher than anticipated. The revenue was $676 million with a price per share or earning price per share of 4 cents. Their anticipated was only 2 cents.
Double.
So they doubled. Pretty cool.
Hey, do you want a sample?
I have my own samples. Viewers, would you like a sample? Today is Halloween, and Jason and I are... You love to throw things at the camera.
I do.
Okay.
Welcome.
Jason and I are in costume today.
Happy Halloween.
Having fun. Behind the camera, Chris is in costume as well. And we're just chopping
Luigi.
up...
You gotta come over here and show yourself. Oh, you gotta put. Oh, yeah, he's got it like half. It's like half on.
It's too small.
All right, yeah, we'll throw a picture in here of the whole group. Throw a picture of the whole group when we get it on the podcast here.
Yeah, Chris is really tall. Yeah, so the mix of their revenue, $435 million came from their residential.
Yeah.
Rentals continues to grow. That rentals came in at $174 million. It's up 41% year over year. And
so that's like 35-40%.
Well, what we know is that was the Redfin kind of like, you know,
the
side
scandal.
deal.
Yes.
Yeah, the scandal that they're now under regulatory
investigation
over. And then mortgages is also up for Zillow it's up 36% year over year, $53 million, and they did $1.3 billion in purchase mortgages.
Wow, that's pretty good actually.
It's really, it's especially
really
in this market.
Rate. Yes.
Very good pull-through rate. One of the reasons is likely because of their integration with Follow Up Boss. And now they have in-app messaging through Follow Up Boss.
FUB.
Yep, through FUB. So if you're a consumer, you can message your real estate agent, you could message your loan officer, all within the Follow Up Boss ecosystem. But does this come at a price? So Zillow recently updated their Follow Up Boss privacy policies. And one of the key provisions that has the industry up in arms that I think is also quite alarming is now if you are using Follow Up Boss, the new privacy policy says that anyone you have in Follow Up Boss, so your database of your past clients, your customers, everyone that you have in Follow Up Boss is considered now a mutual customer of Zillow's. And Zillow now has access and can see and use for their AI and their machine learning any messages that you have between any text messages, any email messages, any communications that you have with your clients and your customers.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, they bought Follow Up Boss, so they, eventually are wanting to profit off of it and make more money off of it, use it to raise revenue, and that's what these companies do. The public company, their bosses are the shareholders, so that definitely helps, right? They're gonna scrub all those messages and go, okay, these conversations that are happening through the platform looks like there could be a loan possibility. So here's a lead to our loan team. That loan team's gonna be calling, hey, you about ready to? Sorry, I hit the desk really hard here.
The data is incredible, and then what they'll be able to do with the data is incredible, and that's just one use case.
Yep.
I mean, also I look at it as where they're going to have all of this interesting, incredible data to innovate and improve.
Yeah.
And the industry was up in arms about it. And what do you think? I mean, I'd be curious, like, if you're a Follow Up Boss user, even if you're not, would you be okay with this? Does this upset you? But the reality is, though, is Zillow does primarily exist for the realtor at this point. I mean, right? They get the consumer, but they have to have the realtor in order for things to happen.
I don't think their rental or their mortgage.
Rental and mortgage. Well, mortgage somewhat, because you better believe that realtor is promoting Zillow Home Loans.
Yeah, but I'm sure they do mortgages that it's not a Zillow lead.
True.
I'm sure. I mean, that people come on, they got their own agent, but they get pitched a mortgage. They get pitched a mortgage, and they're like, yeah, I got pre-approved with Zillow. I'm good. I don't need you agent, your mortgage professional. I mean, if they're good. So, I mean, and then can Follow Up Boss use those, or can Zillow use the Follow Up Boss customers, the agents that are using Follow Up Boss that aren't Zillow agents, their data too?
Yes, this was an update to the Follow Up Boss policy.
Okay, so you have all these agents that are using Follow Up Boss, but aren't a part of Zillow. They're having conversations with their clientele in Follow Up Boss, and Zillow can use that information to market it to those, or to try to pull that data.
Yes and no. Yes, they can, but if Zillow starts to circumvent the agent and send out communications unsolicited, most agents would just be irate.
But if they're circumventing to send to their Zillow Premier partners,
And there's no indication that is what's
we don't
happening.
know that, but
and there have been a lot of claims against Zillow over the years that
may have not been true.
That maybe didn't plan it. I mean, think about when they became a brokerage, how everyone was up in arms, and rightfully so, because Zillow told us as an industry we will never become a brokerage, and then bam, all of a sudden they become a brokerage. And so
it was COVID.
There's a lot. Well, it was before COVID. I think it was in 2015 that they became a brokerage, but there's a lot to all of this, and maybe we'll unpack it. Well, let's research this more and unpack it more in a future episode. But on a high level, though, pretty interesting stuff happening. And always what I find to be incredible is, the past few years where it's been slow for, the residential real estate industry, Zillow has continued to outperform.
Yeah. I mean, they doubled their earnings per share.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
That's pretty cool. Pretty good. Good job. Good job to Zillow and all that they're doing. So we had something fun here at Zoodealio a year ago. Jeremy, one of our senior product consultants, did an exercise with our one of our little micro teams. And the exercise is that we had to answer some questions on a piece of paper, and then they sealed them. And a year later, he delivered them back to us. I have them here. And so, Jason, here is your envelope.
I don't know if I don't
Here's
know about
my
this.
envelope. So the questions were, where do you see yourself within this team in a year? That was one of the questions. The second question was, what do you think that the team will look like in a year? The third question is what is one thing you would like to see implemented, achieved? And what's one personal goal you would like to achieve in the year? So it's kind of fun because I'm looking at Joseph's and Tushars and Kyan's, Jake's. Jake is always funny, so maybe I'll read one of his. He said, where do you see yourself in the offers team in a year? And he said, hopefully in the same desk. He's so funny. Possibly conducting and maintaining multiple webinars, class materials for agents. All right, so Jake's doing it. So Jason.
I don't know if I want to read this.
You don't know if you want to read it? I'll give you a minute to filter it.
I'm going to open mine. It's pretty simple. I mean, I'm not I didn't make it super long.
Did Jason blow off the exercise?
No, I didn't.
I might have.
So where do you want to see yourself in the office department in a year, overseeing 4 property advisors, which I think we are. So what do you think the office department will be like in a year? Over 125 on the market in the inventory. So that's pretty close. I won't read that one. That one's boring.
Okay. What about one personal goal?
One personal goal. Well, there was, but I mean, it's $1 in trading profit for 2025, and I have hit that. So it's embarrassing to say that, but
not related to.
Yeah, it's personal goal.
It was a personal goal.
I don't know. It was a.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you totally went with something on your own, independent. All right.
Not like
related to Zoodealio.
Trading.
You're really good at that.
Yeah.
It's
Open Door was a good one. Yeah.
You got out though, right? You're out of Open Door.
I did sell, yes.
They report November 6th. That's going to be fun to watch. All right. So what did I say here? Where do you see yourself helping build the team, keeping up with growth, driving revenue, continuing to improve the experience for sellers and agents? One thing I'd like to see implemented, and we're partially there. It was AI photo recognition and automatic underwriting. And to be real, I think that the automatic underwriting is a bit of a wish list because I just know that properties are so nuanced that at this point you can't just turn that over to AI. But we are making strides in the AI photo recognition and the automatic underwrites as well, both. So that's exciting.
Yes, Tushar is really pushing us to that. And Noah.
That's awesome. Oh, this was fun. This was a fun little exercise. Thank you to Jeremy for doing it. And hey, you got to hear what we wrote down a year ago. So thank you for tuning in. If you have anything to add to the conversation, drop it in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in.